It's Jimmy, back with another breakdown. You read the title. Doom scrolling is way worse for you than gaming. Hear me out on this. Video games for years have been hated on, specifically by two different kinds of people. Number one, boomers, and number two, self-improvement YouTubers. Over the years, there have been countless self-improvement YouTubers who have criticized video games as one of the many things you need to cut out of your life in order to improve yourself and grow as an individual. For years, we've been hearing messaging like, you need to stop playing video games. Video games are for kids. You need to grow up, bro. One of the greatest examples of self-improvement YouTubers hating on video games was Hamza. You need to stop playing video games. You need to go out and build an empire. Video games are for kids. You don't want to be a Jeffrey. I remember for years seeing videos of his talking about how video games were ruining your life, that they were holding you back. And you, if you continued to play video games, were a Jeffrey. And that's the thing that I've always kind of disagreed with. Because here's the thing. I don't think video games are inherently good for you. I don't believe video games are like, they're educational, as some people like to say, or it's a really good hobby. I don't think video games are inherently good for you. However, I do believe that doom scrolling is way worse than playing video games, especially for the same amount of time. Which do you think is worse for your future child, or if you don't have one yet? Is it 2 hours of playing a video game? Or is it 2 hours of scrolling AI TikTok shorts? Out of nature! And ironically, many of the parents who won't let their children play video games because they'll, quote, rot their brain, are the same parents who usually let their kids scroll on shorts and TikTok for hours at a time. This, for me, is just absolutely stupid. Like, there's boomers hating on kids playing video games, right? But at the same breath, they don't see the problem with endlessly, passively consuming content on TikTok and YouTube Shorts and Instagram. Like, what is this logic? Usually, video games require some semblance of being involved in the experience, you know? Pressing the buttons, exploring the world, involving yourself in the story and the gameplay and the mechanics. When someone doom scrolls, all they do is passively consume content. They just scroll and just sit there. There's no involvement. It never ends. And a lot of times, it's just a constant flow of dopamine. It's just a constant consume. There's no involvement. There's no creativity in the process. And there is no real critical thinking of any sort. There's no brain engagement here. Plus, that doesn't even go into the kind of content that they likely are consuming. Like, think about it like this. If you were to ask a gamer what their favorite video games were, they probably could give you an easy 5 to 10 list of this game, what happens in it, why they enjoyed it, and even if it's been years since they played it, they probably could tell you a lot about the game and some of their favorite memories with it. Versus, if you were to ask somebody what they watched earlier when they were doom scrolling, most of them probably couldn't even tell you one video that they remember watching. Why? Because it is just passive consumption. It's just dopamine just hitting you. And that's all it is. And a lot of times we forget about everything that we watched in the same day. Video games, especially older ones like PS2 and PlayStation era, oftentimes are something that just allow you to enjoy the experience. You're involved in, the gameplay. And especially with older games, like the ones I like to play, usually there's more than one way to do something in a video game. Even in older Lego games that I remember playing as a kid, there was occasionally would be times within the game that you'd have to really look around the environment to figure out where to go next, where the secrets are hidden. There was just this level of involvement with video games that scrolling on social media doesn't have. It's just strange to me how much hate that video games get these days. And I don't know, maybe it's just because I'm somebody who in the past has really enjoyed video games, and I still am a pretty big fan of retro gaming right now, even if I don't do it nearly as much as I used to. It's just crazy to me that creators like Hamza convinced an entire movement of young men that their Xbox and PlayStation was what was truly holding them back from becoming their best self. That pesky game console, that's That's what's holding you back in life, my friends. Like I said, majority of video games aren't educational. Majority of video games, in my opinion, are entertainment. But that being said, I do believe it is a healthier form of entertainment than social media is. And even, I would say gaming is even better for you in some ways than just sitting down and watching movies endlessly. I do believe that video games are an enjoyable hobby, and I don't believe that there's anything wrong with enjoying video games in moderation. There's something to be said, of course, about people who game like 5 to 8 hours every single day. Like, yeah, you might have a problem. Perhaps I just am biased on this, alright? You know, I do have a GameCube, I have a PlayStation, I have a Nintendo 2DS XL, I have a few other things like that. And while I don't play video games nearly as much as I used to, I still do enjoy playing them from time to time. And I don't believe there's anything wrong with enjoying video games in moderation. And a lot of times, when it comes to self-improvement YouTubers, they just want to tell you, well, don't do either. Just go read a book, bro. You know, don't go out and do anything fun. No. And speaking of Hamza, it's kind of ironic that you convinced your audience to go and sell their game consoles and then started playing Minecraft a few years back, bro. Like, okay, hypocrite. I'm not trying to push any hate towards other self-improvement YouTubers, because I do believe there is truth to the message about the addiction of video games, just like social media is also pretty addictive. But it's just strange to me how so often we hear people hate on video games, and yet social media tends to almost get a free pass, or just because everyone does it, we just don't talk about it as much. It just feels a little bollocks, you know? Point of the matter for today's message, though. Do things in moderation, whether it be social media, whether it be listening to music, whether it be video games, whatever you're doing, do things in moderation, especially with sugar. Can't think of anything else to say, so this is Jimmy signing out.